So I've been turned in, eh? All right. You got me. I suppose you and my stool-pigeon brother will split them. You think my aunts are sweet, charming old ladies, don't you? Well, there's 13 bodies buried in the cellar.
Look into my eyes. If I ever meant anything to you, and I believe I did, then help me, Paula. Give me another chance. Look, in the drawer of that cupboard over there is a knife. Get it and cut me free.
When you pray, think. Think well what you're saying. Make your thoughts into things that are solid. And that way your prayer will have strength. And that strength will become a part of you, body, mind, and spirit.
Sagt der Leben, en Tomenia bis ein Straf, en der Blitzen sagt der Klutz, ich bleib noch straff mit der... Ballone, was ein Stritz mit seinen Eltern.
I don't feel you can help me. You're very wise, you know a great deal. Yet when you speak of the soul, you mean the mind. And it is not my mind that is troubled.
What a clever girl.
It's in presumptuous of me, doesn't it? Goodbye, Doctor.
Well, I really wouldn't care to scratch your surface, Mr. Crowley, because I know exactly what I'd find. Instead of a heart, a handbag. Instead of a soul, a suitcase. And instead of an intellect, a cigarette lighter, which doesn't work.
Who could it have been?
It's the guy that sent the death warning to Mary. It's the volunteer fireman that tried to drop the bucket on us. It's the ghost we've been chasing ever since we left New York, and he's right here in this castle.
What's the matter, boss?
Why do you let me babble on like this? Suppose he's listening. Suppose he knows I know.
Suppose we get out of here.
No, Madonna Camilla. You must not kneel. Such love is indeed rare, and I respect it. What you ask is not impossible. All will come right in the end. I promise. You'll be surprised.
Hello, Mr. Bent? This is Mr. O'Neill's secretary. No, Mr. Danny O'Neill, the orchestra leader. I read in the paper that you're planning a Halloween dance. Bob Harvey's Cornell Clippers. Oh, but we entertain, too. Do we entertain? Oh, our entertainment's terrific. That's our strong point. Mr. Bent, until you've seen the perennials, you haven't lived.
You bet. Because you set me back a bit. But I'll put it over. It's the only thing my father left when he died. It was my one possession, he said. A worthwhile job to do, it's yours. Consider yourself rich.
Well, I don't know very much about him, really. Mother met him at grandfather's in New York. Oh, he did tell a lot of stories. I didn't pay attention. He went to sea as a boy, and he was in California for the gold rush. He sailed all over the world. He lived on a South Sea island once.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was staring at you, wasn't I? I didn't mean to, really. It's only because you look so much like my father. When he was younger, of course, your age. A most remarkable resemblance.
I want you to look at this project, this history of music, as a voyage, a long, hard, tedious voyage. And when the Foundation first launched its vessel, they wisely followed an old rule of the sea. No women aboard. Consequently, they chose a crew of single men with nothing to distract them from the course.
On the inside.
Therefore, we will begin by learning a song or two, or a sentence or two, which will express English feeling. For instance, this one. It's an old proverb. If a man break faith with me, shame on him. But if I let him...
Not what you were going through. If I'd been really close to you, you could have confided in me. But you were afraid to, you were ashamed to come to me. Oh, if I'd only understood. Oh, Johnny. But it'll be different now. We'll make it different.
No, I never loved you, Walter, not you or anybody else. I'm rotten to the heart. I used you just as you said. That's all you ever meant to me. Until a minute ago, when I couldn't fire that second shot.
My patients invariably regard me as a wretched nuisance during our first talks.
I see.
Exactly. It wants to continue enjoying your disease. Our job is to make you understand why. When you know why you're doing something that's bad for you and when you first started doing it, well, then you can begin curing yourself.
And Buckingham, that swine, I am what I am. And I've no concern with your silly rights and wrongs. But heaven, may I not have pride. Must I die at the end of an English rope?
Alone and afraid. I've got nobody to help me if you won't help me. Be generous, Mr. Spade. You're brave. You're strong. You can spare me some of that courage and strength, surely. Help me, Mr. Spade. I need help so badly. I've no right to ask you. I know I haven't, but I do ask you. Help me.
Oh, this is a windfall. Lady Margaret, eh? A sea rat. A bit of ocean scum doing His Majesty's dirty work. Killing Spaniards to make room for fat Englishmen and their nasty daughters. Waring is my name, but those who love me call me Jamie Boy.
It's a nice day, isn't it? The air's nice. And there seems to be an abundance of it. Say, look, would you mind very much if I tear myself away from you?
Pig-headed, obstinate, opinionated hothead. If you had as much sense as you have, obviously I'm boring you, Lieutenant. Oh, I hope I never see you again, because if I do, I'll drown you.
A princess always knows she's a princess.
Well, you don't. Look. Beth has just left the stage with her kettle full of simmering toads. You are locked in the tower. Suddenly and unexpectedly, Hugo the villain enters. You cry out in horror, Rodrigo, Rodrigo, save me, and faint. Then Rodrigo, Meg, enter.
Pretty soon Lefty just touched the trigger a little, and the gun went like that. The rat fell out of his chair dead, and we drove off and left him there. Yeah, the gun just went.
You think a squealer can get away from me? Huh? You know what I do to squealers? I let them have it in the belly. So they can roll around for a long time thinking it over.
I'm all right. It's just I've been under such a strain, and now this. But she's free now, poor darling. And I have a right to some peace, too.
But I know she did. I believed her at first. I kept on believing her for a long time. But now I know she did it.
I'll never forget. With all my strength, I'll fight. Love is stronger than witchcraft. I'll remember everything. The sound of your voice, your worried looks, the warmth of your arms around me, the touch of your lips.
Oh, don't feel sorry for him. He was a very lucky man. All his dreams were fulfilled, I assure you. He found oblivion in my arms, till my time for loving him was over. Then, one night, my name upon his lips, he died.
I have to keep talking, Johnny. As long as I have my arms around you, I have to keep talking. I might forget to dance, Johnny.
What do you think you're trying to do?
I'm not even trying very hard, but I'm doing it.
Valpolicella, it's called. The first vineyard you see when you come down the other side of the Alps.
The Italians say it's such a good wine because the grapes have their roots in the valley and their eyes on the mountains.
Please.
Please what?
You have to tell me. Not a million other people, but you have to tell me that I'm not a coward and that you don't hate me. That's the medal I want to win in this war.
Timetable. May I read it to you? 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. algebra with the mathematical sister. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. religion, especially Christianity, with the scriptural sister. 10 a.m. art. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. French and Russian with the French and Russian sisters, if any. 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. physics with the physical sister.
Would you be good enough to say the word no? Just no. 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 No, 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 no! No? Okay, forget it. Thank you for your patience. You were most kind. I think I'll get drunk.